سبحانك لا فهم لنا إلا ما فهمتنا إنك أنت الجواد الكريم والرب السميع. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. ولئن أتيت الذين أوتوا الكتاب بكل آية ما تبعوا قبلتك وما أنت بتابع قبلتهم ما بعضهم بتابع قبلة بعض ولئن اتبعت أهواءهم من بعد ما جاءك من العلم إنك إذا لمن الظالمين. صدق الله مولانا العظيم. So now continuing still with the issue of the Qibla. So here Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentions that وَلَئِنْ أَتَيْتَ الَّذِينَ أُوتُوا الْكِتَابَ بِكُلِّ آيَةٍ مَا تَبِعُوا قِبْلَتَكَ. That the abstinence and the rebellion of the people of the book, particularly the Jewish community of Medina Munawwara, in regards to so many issues, and also as we've been hearing and we've heard in detail, there are objections against the changing of the Qibla. And so, even though, as it was mentioned yesterday, that they know very well that indeed this is the order and the decision from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So what is it that's stopping them? What's stopping them is their arrogance, which has been the factor which has caused that continuous rebellion from time immemorial, and it continues to this very day. So regardless of what you produce for them for proofs of the fact that the Qibla was the order of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, they will not follow your Qibla. Because they're not going to follow Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, much less you. So it is not a question that you have to continue your arguments or substantiate with more, decisive proofs. They're not going to follow you in any case. وَمَا أَنْتَ بِتَابٍ قِبْلَتَهُمْ. And also you're not going to follow them. So they are not following us due to their abstinence, but we are not going to follow them because we are not going to leave the order of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to please anyone, much less those who are disobedient to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. وَمَا بَعْضُهُمْ بِتَابِعٍ قِبْلَةَ بَعْضٍ. Moreover, they not only object to your Qibla, among the various factions of the people of the book, they also have differences of Qibla, and they both accuse each other of various, disobediences. The Jews, face the Beit al-Maqdis. The Christians have a different Qibla, perhaps the East or wherever. And, everyone is كُلُّ حِزْبٍ بِمَا لَدَيْهِمْ فَرِحُونَ. Every one of them, is rejoicing and persisting upon what their whims and what their fancies dictate to them. So we're not going to follow them, they're not going to follow us, and they have rancor among themselves as well. And furthermore, وَلَنِ اتَّبَعْتَ أَهْوَاهُمْ مِنْ بَعْدِ مَا جَاءَكَ مِنَ الْعِلْمِ إِنَّكَ إِذًا لَمِنَ الظَّالِمِينَ. And furthermore, if you would even consider, and of course the address is to Rasul alayhi salatu wasalam in terms of the language, but in terms of the meaning, obviously Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam, as is mentioned here, that if you follow their whims after clear proof and the orders of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is manifest to you, then definitely you will be among the the tyrannical and the oppressors and the wrongdoers. And obviously Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam is never going to do that. So as we say, the khitab or the address is to Rasul alayhi salatu wasalam in terms of the language, but in terms of meaning it's actually towards us. And so as it was significant in those days that we are not, or that they were not, Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam or any of the Muslims admonished not to follow the whims of the people of the book, we today and forever, we're also admonished not to follow the whims of the people of the book. We have our religion. Lakum dinukum waliya din. So now there's a trend that we need to please everyone. We need to be all inclusive. Everything is fine. Everything is not fine. There's right, there's wrong, there's truth, there's falsehood. There is the order of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and there's disobedience of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So we have to clearly understand the order of Allah and His deen and His directives and follow that. And we don't compromise that, you see. So this is very critical for us. Now, how do we remain politically correct and diplomatic in that? That's also doable, but we don't waver. We don't compromise on our deen, on our beliefs, and on our practices. Moreover, we remain steadfast. وَمَا تَوْفِيقَنَا إِلَّا بِاللَّهِ عَلَيْهِ تَوَكَّلْنَا وَإِلَيْهِ نُنِيبُ وآخر دعوانا أن الحمد لله رب العالمين. Before ending our session, as we as we were reminded in the Surah Al-Jummah this morning, that this is the day of Jummah, and when the time of Salat is near, then we should hasten towards the Salat, and keeping in mind that this is the best of all days. The ulama mentioned, and even it comes in the riwayat, that it's even greater in terms of fadil and virtue than the two Eids, Eid al-Adha and Eid al-Fitr. And so three things we want to keep in mind for this day. Number one, to reach to the Salat early, having, going through a thorough cleansing inwardly and outwardly, applying, good scent, etc., and coming early and attending the Salat al-Jummah. Secondly, that this is the best of days, as Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam mentioned, and therefore he says, so increase upon me salawat. So salutations on the Rasul alayhi salatu wasalam, it is salat ala Rasul alayhi salatu to be said in kathra, in abundance today. And then keep in mind that between Asr and Maghrib, probably the most hopeful of the different sayings or opinions, of the hour of istijaba, the time where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accepts all the prayers. So before the ghurub al-shams, before the setting of the sun, we should take out some time to, with full focus, praying and asking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for our needs in this world and in the next. وَبِاللَّهِ تَبَارَكَ التَّوْفِيقُ وَآخِرَ دَعْوَانَ الْحَمْدُ لِلَّهِ رَبِّ الْعَالَمِينَ. Of course, tomorrow we have our Dars of Sirah at 11:30. Those who want to join physically, please register, and you can join on Zoom and the social media. And then again on Sunday for the youth, inshallah. And one last announcement that inshallah from Monday Fajr will start at 5:45, and Asr will be at 4 o'clock, inshallah. Inshallah. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.